Hello, everybody. We're back. Hi, it's Friday. Back for some Fates United. And my name is Michael, also known as Bardicdice here on all the socials. It is our second episode of one of our final big bad fights. Yeah, we'll get into it in a little bit. But yeah, it's super exciting as this is getting into the end game. We're into the corruption arc, couple sessions to the end. Our players just defeated one of the big bads that they've been going up against this whole time. Not quite done yet. So we'll jump into that in a little bit. But we will be back for a couple more sessions. So you can catch us in the upcoming Fridays at 8:30 Central here on Bardicdice. That's where you want to catch it. As well as you can catch the VODs on the YouTube as well. If you want to go like, follow, and subscribe there. And thanks, Marky, for the subscribe. Man, 31 months. Crazy. But a couple other things too. If you want to go catch us or catch me playing in other streams, you can see myself on the magical game of Mystical Mishaps on Sundays, 2 p.m. We hear about it a little bit more on Marky Gaming's channel, as well as Rachel, Mark, and I play on the new YouTube partner channel, literary_DM. So applaud and congrats to you, Lit. He runs a Zelda-inspired Winds of Calamity 5e game on his brand new partner channel. And why did we switch? Why did we switch again? What just happened? Anyways.
Why now?
Yeah, why now of all the times? Anyways, John's the Dungeon Master now, so why don't you go ahead and finish up the announcements there? No? Nothing?
I got nothing.
Okay. Yeah, so as I'm fixing cameras here shortly, we'll go ahead and introduce our players for tonight's game. Because I think that's... one more announcement is our Discord that you can join between Marky Gaming and myself. It's an amazing Discord. If you're not part of the channel, go join. It's a whole lot of fun. We hang out there during the week when we're offline. You can also see where other streamers post when they do go live, just like Marky Gaming and Literary DM. So those amazing other ones. We got artists, we got metal workers, we got just positive people, D&D players. We just post about weather. We post about movies and TV and just give each other good mornings every day. So it's a whole lot of fun if you want to go check out there, as well as we have a Fates United channel where we're probably going to post a whole lot of Storm gifts, funny gifts to try and make each other laugh, and also spoiler gifts if you just want to make people wonder what the heck just happened during Fates United when they're going to watch it. We like to do a lot of that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and fix my cameras here because Discord likes to keep on switching our order around for whatever reason, because I'm not Makai. But let's go ahead and meet the person that does play Makai, starting with Seely.
Okay. I'm not Mark or Zach, but, I make I'm really tired, too. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a day, for sure.
Yeah. I'm Raphaziel on here and Twitter, where I mostly reside and hang out, and, it's fun times. I do art, which is really fun. I just recently redid a bunch of the Wins NPC art for like the little character card things at the bottom. So you should come and check those out next week if they're up next week. But they're also in the tavern, so you can check them out. And they're also on my Twitter. And I'm really proud, and I love the designs Rachel did. And you should also go and see the cool outfits she designed. And I'm super happy that I got to draw them in my own way too. So but here I play Makai. She's a Kensei monk, and she's a tiefling, and she likes cookies. So I always have to have cookies nearby. So, it tracks. Anyways, there's a lot of chaotic energy.
Perfect. And heading over to our other official artists, as Deely and Rachel both do amazing art. You can see them down below, as well as the character art next to their names, done by the wonderful Rachel.
Hello, I am Rachel, also known as Pip. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under Pip400, where I occasionally post my art. I also stream art over at Marky Gaming on Mondays at 3:30 CST, so you can come hang out with me there. I am planning on doing a stream Monday, so Yeah. In this game, I play Anais. She is a elf ranger cleric, and a storm of her own. And I think I'm the superior storm. The end.
I mean, apparently, based on how things have gone, I think that's pretty proven at this point.
Yeah. Woo.
Perfect. Heading on down to our second row, he was DM momentarily, but he is now playing our wonderful Kahu, John.
Hello, I am Kahurangi. Well, I'm John. I play Kahurangi, and I am also known as Deely's husband. And, you know, as I was the DM for a moment of time, I graciously gave myself a wish stone. So
It
that's
is-
a nice thing to have now in my pocket,
It is what it is.
just in case I need it later. That being said, though, also added an extra health buff to the anime, so we'll see if we survive this.
Yeah, another 450 health points. Let's do it.
Uh,
You want to give back all the resistances too?
With that being said, good luck to us tonight. Now, yeah, I play Kahurangi. I am a Kalishtar Rune Knight fighter. Lots of fun to play. It's the first time playing a fighter class in this game. Usually I play a lot of the like half casters. It's been a lot of fun just going full in one way. Although it was kind of cheating maybe because the Rune Knight gives you a little bit of casty-ish stuff anyhow. But neither here nor there. I still recommend it. Lots of fun. I also recommend taking a look at the tavern. Great art, great work that gets done there. Support your local artists. Support people who work hard, making great things. With that, I pass it on to Mark.
Hi, everybody. I don't get an introduction from the DM.
Well, he is the DM and he passed you on. I don't know.
I am the other half of Marky Gaming with Rachel up there. And yeah, as mentioned, I think earlier from Mike, we have a game called Mystical Mishaps on Sundays at our new time of 7 p.m. CST.
Oh, yeah.
So you can check that out. And it's going to be a good time. There's a pretty massive thing that happened last session, and they're going to have to talk about it this upcoming session. So it's going to be a good time. Show up. Here I play Zachary. He is an ASMR sorcerer bard. And that's it.
Perfect. Oh, you got me really nervous because I was thinking about what's going to happen tonight. So, today's a big episode. We'll jump into what happened last one, but I'm super excited. I got the nerves all of a sudden. So thank you guys so much for everyone that's jumped out here and is following us tonight, cheering us on, joining our players here. We're in the final arc, the final couple sessions. I know it was a little confusing. You guys have heard final session or final arcs. We have two big bads. They just about to defeat this one, or on the cusp of it. And we're now into the final couple sessions where they have the big bad where they will have to confront soon enough. But we'll go and see what they do, wrapping up tonight's session after we play the intro to tonight's game of Fates United.
Threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides, corrupting all the good inside. They will travel the hard way, igniting light through the untamed. Wilderness won't disguise the elements sent to destroy the fragile weave of destiny. Just one of the many evils sent to break the world. Protect them as legend unfolds. Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides. Bring light to where evil abides. Come on, roll the dice. As heroes take the fight.
Welcome back, everybody. We jump back into episode 83 of Fates United in the Corruption arc. Our Chosens, after having defeated and completed all of their backstories, all the obstacles that have challenged them, all the corrupted beings who fell to different reasons and agendas against them, finally united the stones, united each other to confront what has been the corruption monster, the storm that has plagued the generations previously of other Chosens, defeating them. They hadn't been previously able to unite together. They know that this corruption monster, by uncovering it, was actually the Dean's wife. The Dean that they met all the way in the beginning of the Centaurium that brought them together at the school. His wife had, his wife, and one of the other Chosens named Sundavir were all Chosens in their generation and tried to push back corruption from this world once and for all against a necromantic wizard in their own time. They were able to defeat the wizard, but in trying to push back corruption, there was a crack in the ritual, as corruption had already started to enter into Sundavir, and they didn't have all of the light as well. Corruption entered into the Dean's wife, and she sacrificed herself before it hit the Dean himself. Sundavir, using corruption in his own power, tried to keep her alive, and in turn created her into this monster, unable to be killed by anyone, as she just continued to grow and grow stronger and stronger. However, our Chosens were able to finally get the Dean and Sundavir to work together, recreate this ritual with extra stones, and also some really ingenious placeholders, and together have whittled down the corruption monster, as well as seeing that Sundavir had a bit of his own corruption spirit separate from him during this battle. Defeating that, the Dean has gone down, and we'll go ahead and switch over to the battle screen here.
Sundavir?
Huh?
Sundavir went down, not the Dean.
The Dean went down as well. The Dean is what is the... No, you're right. Just kidding.
No, it was Sundavir.
Sundavir went down.
Yeah.
My bad. I was looking at
There's
the
only
wrong thing.
one weak person here.
There's only one weak person here. Yes, red dot. Sundavir went down with 0 hit points on death saves. The Dean is looking really bad, though, as Meikai had gone up using her stuns to attempt to keep this creature in check, burning through all of its resistances, as all the Chosens together were able to do enough damage on this Tempest Corruption Shadow Monster that its form was able to break apart slowly and had disadvantage on this next turn. As Kahu also went all in, incapacitating it, right? I think with your rune, the end of yours, as giving the opening, as all of the stones had pulled apart with their Chosens, different parts of this corrupted monster, incapacitation, giving Zachary a chance to fly in with the aid of his Celestial, to then press I believe it was a Greater Restoration, right? Onto the form of the wife chosen within this corrupted monster. We rolled, and that's where we ended last session. We'll go ahead and switch over to some battle music, because we're not quite done with this battle yet. So to Zachary's turn in initiative. Anais, you next, and then Kahu. As the crystal shatters, the fire chains holding the storm together, the wind is still pushing you back against you, but you can hold your ground against it, as the united powers of all of your chosen powers and your will has stood against this storm. The best chance that any chosen has come across against this storm monster yet. You can see the form of Jorna inside, as her eyes are burning with a bright, radiant light, as she is the star chosen. You cast the greater restoration, and with a successful check, you see these threads of corruption slowly start pulling away from her, as it was even unknown if this was even possible by Sundavir and the Dean in the beginning. You can hear the Dean yelling out, "Kill her before it's too late!" But instead, you reached out with hope and faith. Zachary, you see her form separated from the monster currently. What do you do?
Am I still able to do things?
Yeah, I'll say you can react to her if you wish. You can interact with her. Narratively, I'm giving you a little extra, but fine.
I mean, if I can like pull her away from the storm and cover her, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what she needs right now. Like, what's happening with the storm? What does that look like? What's going on?
The threads of the greater restoration have left her as they seem to be embodied and wrapped around as they curl away and burn away with this restoration. She is slumped over, unconscious, but as of now, she is out of this corruption monster as the form begins to slowly try and recuperate what's there, as no more eyes of radiant light are in there. It is now pure corruption and pure hatred. You try and cover her as much as you can. Anais, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm kind of watching this with like really big eyes.
Realized, hold on.
I will.
Hold, please.
Huh?
Hold, please. I don't want to show you my DM screen. Let me show you my player screen. Hold. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Yep. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I was just looking at the whole thing with like really wide eyes. Kind of almost as like an afterthought, I sort of like flick my hand a little bit, and I'll do Healing Word on Sundavir for at 3rd level. Let's do it. Actually, are people pretty wounded or no? Not really.
Middling.
Dean is wounded too.
The Dean is very wounded. Yes.
Okay. How about instead then I'll do Mass Healing Word at 3rd level, so everyone will get some.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Who looks like they've taken the most bruises to the face?
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead and roll your thing.
Okay, yeah, I rolled really bad. I got 5. But 5 to everybody,
Hey,
so
5 to
enjoy.
everybody. You see Sundavir
Better than
breathing
nothing.
again. The Dean's kind of sees his shoulder pop back in a bit.
And then does it look like this storm's still active? It's just kind of like removed.
Yeah,
Essentially.
any restraint that was there is gone. It looks even more demonic and corrupted as more some of the creatures you've seen before. It's raging out and just looks instinctual and just angry. But you do notice that its form is having a hard time falling apart or keeping together. And that what was going on before is probably continuing. As you notice, its attacks don't seem to be as effective this turn.
Okay. Even though I know that it's gonna probably absorb some of the damage, I'm gonna still use my action to shoot at it with my bow.
Perfect.
Just trying to get as much as I can into it while Jorna's free.
Yep.
Are we? I think we are blessed. Didn't I bless everybody? I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a.
Oh, it's tough to have fights in 2 different weeks.
18. Does that hit?
18. I don't know. Let me check. 18 just misses.
It's okay. I literally rolled like a 3 on the die. The only reason
Right,
I got
yeah.
so high was because of bless and all that.
Just some of the wind just continues to pull at it as the lightning just kind of is wrapping around.
I got less on my second attack, so effective.
You just kind of
job.
swing
Okay.
twice, and it's just the exhaustion of the fight hitting as all of your chosen key, your chosen symbols and the key around you are lighting up, kind of fighting back and forth with this corruption energy and wind. So you said that's your turn?
That was my turn.
Good turn, good turn, good turn. All right, Kahu, you are up. Actually, at the end of that turn, I had one more legendary action. At the end of that turn, I remember it has legendary actions. Move up to its speed. So it is going to... Does not provoke opportunity attacks. Is going to move 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, up to here. Okay, now it's your go.
Okay. I close on him.
Yep.
And I am going to attack him.
Alright. They're both gonna get a turn, huh? Interesting.
The 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits.
Okay. That's 21 points of damage.
I think we're getting too much further in this. 21 points. All right.
Alright, then
That's I think we said none of yours get lowered, right? From last time.
as far as I understand, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
That's not a great roll. That is
And what are you using to attack it currently?
my chosen weapon,
Right. What form is it in?
the spear.
Spear. And rip
Yeah.
through. Now no form in the middle, as you can see. Just the cold pushing the shadow apart even more. Kind of like just like the image, the whole middle section is now gone as it's kind of being ripped into the wind.
19 to hit.
19 just hits.
Bless.
Just like last week.
Love that bless.
Never
Never
go
go
wrong.
wrong.
Joker.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage as you slash through it again. Another one as the blue cold and froth breaks apart. Now it's just energy swirling in a last growl attempt to stay together.
29.
29 hits.
17 points of damage.
How do you want to do this? As you get the last amount of damage in this creature, what does it look like? Explain this to me.
I was going to send the trident through, summon it back into his hand, launch it into the air. A giant tidal wave is going to follow it as it comes down and slam it into the ground and wash it away across the stonework.
Fantastic. As we'll just say for the sake of this, the Dean gets pushed back a little bit in your way. Sundavir gets pushed back. Say you land on it with your tidal wave. The monster of the shadow form just breaks apart with one loud, screaming, just bellow, like thunderous, thunder. It's been a long day. That just echoes through the cavern as suddenly it is struck now between this ritual point, its final smaller form, almost no bigger than an air elemental at this point, as you guys has ripped away all of this pieces of this monster. Thank you, GrimQuest, for the raid. I just saw that. Thank you guys so much. As just in this moment of tidal wave and beauty, just as Kahu's coming down with the final hit, you just see 5 doves flying over his head as Kahu just whips the hair out of his face in the final blow on the big bat. Thank you guys for joining in and joining in this. As this moment occurs, you guys see that all of your stones begin to light up, and all of the energy, Anais, as your storm energy, starts wrapping around like chains, pulling force and energy from the shadow monster. Kahu, you can see the water pouring out and pulling this energy into the stone. Darkness in its form, like shadow, starting to emanate out. Meikai, you can see the radiant light. Zach, the sun. Earth coming out in another one. You can even see whispers of what would be light, as well as stars kind of sprinkling out. As what's left is just this green, sickly energy of corruption. As it's all beginning to be poured out and pulled. Suddenly this corruption monster explodes in a wind of energy and corruption energy. I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity saving throw, you say?
Well,
With plus.
With us! Oh god. Think nice.
16.
3.
17.
33.
okay.
You just blinked and like it went over
Blank,
you.
blank, 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 blank. You roll a disadvantage. No, I'm just kidding.
You didn't even feel anything. Is that the wind?
Funny enough, the Dean is the only other one that stands every time. Genevieve goes down with this every time. But everybody except Meikai and the Dean will take 27 points of necrotic damage this time. You're welcome, Zachary.
The DC was over a 23.
Resist it.
Yes, it was on this one.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I thought you said 3 at first, so I apologize. But yeah, 23 also
23.
fails. Yep. Anybody that failed 20 or below is also knocked prone. As this blast comes out, pulling forth. All of you can even feel your energy in this stonework as well. All of your chosen energy connected to the stone as it's pulling forth all of this energy. As suddenly the green energy disperses, and in its place, a stone that drops to the ground. Ding, 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 ding. Just green in essence and sickly. As, when you're standing there, orange portal appears. And let me change around a few things because I thought the wrong people were down. Well, there we go. As stepping out from this orange portal, Anais, I believe you saw a glimpse of this when Carr was killed. A paladin-esque, inquisitor-looking, metallic set of armor with a skull head and almost a crown on top. This time, however, what you do see is a faded light symbol that is green as it steps out. Thank you for doing what the others couldn't. Let me correct this real quick because it's not the Dean that's down. He's still up. Both Jorna and Sundavir, who had been healed a bit, were down. You guys defeated him. All of you guys are still up, right?
Did the explosion happen on my turn?
Yes, it would have been on your turn. Yep.
Great, because before the end of my turn, I would have used the bonus action to cast Second Wind on myself.
Sure.
And with my item, give Second Wind additionally to probably Anais, Sundavir, and the Starlight Gal.
Perfect.
So they would have gained an additional. So each of them gained 15 HP.
Okay.
Thanks.
My angel is also gone, just so you know.
Angel's gone.
Oh,
That blast
Oh, yeah, I guess I got to roll for
busted it.
I'm good.
I took one of y'all down. It was a spell celestial.
Bless is still up, by the way.
Bless is gone. All of your concentrated spells are gone
Because of the effect.
because of the effect of the storm and this ritual as it comes to a conclusion.
Okay.
He steps out of this orange portal. You see his hand reach out and raise up with almost this telekinesis. The green stone starts coming towards him.
Is this a spell?
It is.
I will counterspell that. With the
Go to
distance.
reach out, counterspell, and the power doesn't activate. You no longer have spells. I need everyone to take their sheet and copy it, bring it down to level 1.
Oh. I don't know how to do that.
Mechanically, don't worry about it for now. Just know you don't have any chosen powers and you don't have a class. As all of these powers have been absorbed back into these stones around the rituals.
So do feat ability score improvements go away, or do we keep our stats?
Stats are going to stay the same, but feats and ability scores for now are going to go away.
So if we got a feat ability score improvement, we lose that. Okay.
Don't, just for now, copy it. Leave your original one the same for mechanics' sake. So just if you can copy it, or otherwise we'll worry about this in a second.
Sure.
But you
Worry
go
about
to
this in a second.
you go and try and counter this, and you look confused as nothing happens. Just like the Ancient One, all of your powers are fake. But I'll show you true power. And he just turns around and begins to walk back through the orange portal. All of you standing there, none of you are chosens currently. What do you guys do?
Does it look like the same thing happened to the other three?
You look around, all 3 of their foreheads do not have any symbols on it. None of you see symbols on your foreheads either. As you saw the Dean go to counterspell as well. And he's looking between his hands. Sundavir kind of still laid down looking at what just happened. Jorna starts breathing. Waking up a bit, stirring. The Dean goes over to her side.
Yeah, I look down at my weapon. Do I feel like I could even use it anymore?
You try and kind of reach out, and it just feels unconnected, and it feels like a nice weapon. But this connection that you had with it this entire time it just feels unfamiliar to you right now. The grip feels fine, and if you could physically have that motion, you feel like you probably could still hit somewhat decently, but that power connection to it, the chosen affinities, you don't even feel that connection to each other anymore that you're so familiar with for all of this time.
Everybody's conscious though.
Seems like everyone is, because of the last thing that Kahu did with the right before your powers were taken apart with the ritual. Everyone was brought up to alertness.
I will ask Jorna because she's probably right next to me. Are you okay?
You see her kind of coming to and looking up. I believe so. She looks at you and then back at the dean. You look much older. You don't. And you can see her skin's very still younger looking and not as wrinkled as his. I hurt a lot of people, didn't I? No. He did. And you see him looking over at Sundavir, who's still kind of stuck in thought.
Let's not point fingers right now. None
Yeah,
of us
what's
have our
going
things.
on? Yeah, what is going on? Because this is not good.
I walk within 10 feet of Anais and I say to her in her mind, "Do you still feel the wish?"
Do I?
You want to try and reach out for it?
I don't know if that means I would access it though, but
You try and kind of find it.
yeah, I could do that.
Just give me a d20.
Sure. 15.
Close your eyes, and it's weird because, like, you're used to the static electricity and this feeling to the storm, and that's gone. As well as currently, you don't feel that connection to that stored little wish spell at the moment.
I just like look at him and I like kind of slightly shake my head, like confused though, like not entirely certain.
Sunavir kind of over in the back. I think your powers are still in the stones. But that shouldn't have happened.
Wait, are the stones nearby or do those all get yoinked?
The stones in the ritual are still there. The only one he grabbed was the green one that fell to the ground.
Okay. I'll walk over and touch the moonstone.
All of the stones are radiating, glowing with energy as you reach down, and you can see in the middle of the stone, and it feels warm, familiar to you. This moon energy inside, with the symbol of Lune inside of the stone. And you can just faintly hear that melodic music. What's similar to you is the first time you ever chose to be a chosen, or given that choice. Similar feeling now.
Oh.
As if it's there if you want it, but now it's a choice.
Everybody should pick up their rock.
You just see the dean, are you okay? And he's just like not even listening. He's just making sure Jorna's fine. And just Fine, I'm alright. Thank you. Indivir stands up and I don't know if I should touch mine.
Wait, but like, how did this happen though? Like, before we even mess around with this anymore, we should probably figure out what happened. Who was that guy? I mean, well, I know who he was, but why did he want that thing?
I don't know which.
I guess
Go ahead.
I think he was the one that Darkness talked about that took the powers. Or that Light talked about when we were in the realm.
Well, he's the one that killed Carr.
Most of you guys recognize
Oh,
his voice.
he's going to be
Definitely
extra
sounded
bucket.
like Varys when he spoke.
Oh, because he had a helmet on, so he didn't see his face, yeah.
I know it's been a while since you've all ever interacted with him, if ever. So
I'm gonna go over to
I was
going to
say, I don't think
it
Maycat
again.
has it all. Yeah.
you do what?
I'm gonna touch my stone.
Same thing. It feels familiar. It feels that same connection, and you can see the symbol inside. But it's like that beginning of this journey where this was a choice, a recommitment. As whatever this ritual did, it pulled this power from you. And now it's here, ready to accept again, but...
And I attempt to accept it.
You reach in, you close your eyes. You feel that wave and current pulling you in closer, and this connection you've had over all of this time. Mechanically, you are now level 16, but you can build your character sheet however you wish up to 16. As you feel a similar current that feels like you could go to the same route if you wished. You also feel almost like a new commitment that if you wish, be something totally different in the vein of this chosen. But you all see the symbol appear on his forehead. He recommits to this chosen ability, and the stone goes inert.
I'll do the same.
You're now level 16, and you can decide how you want to build your character from 1 to 6. That's why I said don't copy it in case you're going to change anything. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna go artificer.
you can do whatever you want.
I feel like Mako would be depressed because she can't punch anything anymore. I guess you could.
I know.
Depends. It depends.
I mean,
You could punch
Gotta
a lot of
punch
things.
Thunder
Sorry.
backhand.
That's a good point. Good point. You could punch things.
Artificer
more.
Monk is actually really cool.
Yeah, actually, that'd be a pretty sweet build. Yeah, I think like Anais is kind of like watching the others, but she just looks to Sundavir and is like, "How did this happen, though?"
I wasn't expecting that to happen. The ritual was intended to take into the stone that which was given and not naturally made, created. Assuming this corruption wasn't natural, it was created into this creature. And you just see him like his thinking and almost like trying to understand this. It is my understanding that our powers are natural from the crystals, the affinities. They are, always have been here. And then if the stones took them even from us, then they were created too. I don't know, I'm a little off with what just happened to me. be fair. And he looks at the dean and Orna just for a second before looking away. It was my fault what happened to you. I was trying to save you, and I think I didn't realize how far corruption had already controlled me. Mostly you, Kahu, the most, but however, thank you to all of you. And looks to the other three. You were able to save me from that as well. He just looks defeated, though, like deflated from what you know of him before. There's no sense of ego or confidence right now.
Did you know that was with you?
I heard you all say it, and I didn't believe you. Sorry. But I could control what little corruption I had desired and did not realize what had happened.
I don't think it'd be so dangerous if it didn't prey upon us. The corruption.
Oh, you can see kind of swirling there the darkness of the stone that was taken out from both the monster and Sundavir. You kind of see it there, and he kind of glances over at it too, and he just takes a step back. I am not sure if I'm the right one to wield this again. And then the dean. Apparently you all were the ones able to do what we want. I don't know if we should be standing along your sides either. Rona kind of just sits up. She goes, I'm not. Alright, I guess I've done enough bad, but nice to meet you all for the first time. I am Jorna. Oh, nice horns. She kind of just gives you like a look. Just kind of a...
We're like related. It's a long story.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Longer than you think. I'm ready to fight whatever you need me to, but maybe they are right. If you all think you can do better or know of better, then maybe this isn't our time. Join. Well, you all were promising students. You all now have 3 more chosen powers at your hands. Varus now has corruption. You're going to need all of them to take him down. Breathe
Can we
the
like
light
double
from
up
him.
on these? Oh.
I don't know if... Maybe.
Probably not a good idea.
Don't think that much power in one hand would be the best idea.
Probably not.
You can
I mean,
attempt
it also kind of depends on if you feel like you're done. I mean, you guys have been at this for a long time. Do you want to fix a lot of things here, or do you want to be done?
Regardless, we'll help you any way you wish, but I think that's your decision now. You've been right so far, and this is... You've helped us clean up our mess. To be fair, if you want us by your side, I think the three of us, he kind of looks over at Sunavir as well, owe you an ineptitude debt we can never repay. However, you've done more than any corrupt or any chosen generation has before. Trust your instincts if you wish to bring forward 3 new chosens. Do so. I personally would hope that my wife would rest, but I know she has a fighting spirit that even I couldn't stop. Just kind of smiles a bit. See like a sparkle in her eyes that you can recognize.
That's how we're related.
Well, first things first. And I kind of like walk over to my stone and I just kind of look at it for a second and I'm just like, this is basically a big part of who I am now, so I don't really think I would part with it. And I just...
There's a big thunder.
I miss
erupts.
Loth already!
The hair just kind of goes up just a little bit and floats back down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, you could have had like earth powers. Just kidding.
No, I'm Loth for life.
That's true. L.
Tranquility. No. Represent.
I want a t-shirt that says like, yeah, tranquility represent.
Compel. Relinquish.
Yeah, that should be some of his words.
Sinavir just kind of nods at you all. I'll be in my hut. And just kind of departs. Leave you all be.
You don't need any more healing? This Makai like holds up a potion. You're like really weak and stuff now, right? I mean, like
limping away.
I healing word him.
Yes,
Third level.
Just like
it just comes. Let's see.
Thank you.
13.
Like full bones crack a bit as they kind of heal up a bit and continues on towards his hut. We'll leave you all be to discuss amongst yourselves. I don't know how long you're going to let Varys get a start, but he seemed like he was waiting for this moment.
yeah, how does he even know? I don't know. Magic.
Scrying isn't that. Anyway, it's fine. We'll take a moment to ourselves.
We'll figure it out.
Jonah's like, do you have a change of clothes? I mean, this is ridiculous. And she's
Oh,
still
yes,
like in her wedding
I
dress.
have clothes.
Oh, thank you. By the way, what's your name?
Makai.
Makai Jorna. I love your hair, by the way. And what are your names? I'm sorry.
I'm Kahurangi.
Nice.
Zach.
She just kind of bows deeply to you all in very Anasuka formal way. I cannot wait to get home and see all the beautiful leaves and see what the prince and queen are doing. Oh no. We'll save story
We need
time
to
for
chat.
later, please. I'm not ready for all this. Just something.
I am the current queen, so that's
Oh, well, good for us. Good for you. All right. Just give me something to change, and then I'll let you be for a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
Gives you a hug. We'll figure out what we are later. This is exciting.
yes.
Mostly, I need to figure out what just happened to me, but I'm sure it's recoverable, right?
Sure, with a good attitude.
Keep these to a check. You have to have a really good attitude. Guinevere just walks away all the time, and you have to then go like then they like grumpy at each other.
Yes.
All right. Well, you all seem like you're good friends, good allies. I'm glad that you've been willing to take up this fight again. Looks at the three of you. Or if not, there's always someone who's willing to take up the call as well. And she just kind of adds, again, I know I don't know what they want to do. I am ready to fight. I feel like I have some things to, make up for. But again, not trying to pressure you or anything. I'm willing to do whatever you want to do. We'll take the dress and we'll head off towards the...
We'll get back to you on that as well.
It's fine. Like I said, I'll figure something out, even if I have to do it my own way. That's walking back towards the mansion, and the dean and her go into the mansion that's in the tent. Leaving the four of you guys there.
I never figured out how our relations were. I think she's like a great aunt or something. Anyways.
I just look at Zach. Was he like looking at the stone, or like what is he doing?
Looks like he is deep in thought right now.
I'm gonna pick up the other 3 stones and just kind of hold them.
They're warm and bounding with energy. You can see the full symbols in each one. As you do feel a fullness of darkness in there as well. Seems whatever had been crept up and stuck in this corruption monster has been fully reformed in this stone.
I want to pick up darkness and hold it up for Meikei if I can.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of think towards it. Just found you. Took a while.
Not even a thought that comes back, but just a sense of gratitude. Gratitude in a fight for something that's not over yet.
I look over. I see Zach contemplating. I'll walk over and I'll stand by him. Looking in the same direction as him, but not looking at him. Fold his arms and... It's never good to be looking for a fight. I'm grateful for everything you've done. And I'm happy with whatever decision you choose going forward. He just stands there.
He just remains quiet.
I would just stay standing next to him as he's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there'd probably be a couple minutes of me kind of looking at everything, but is he just quiet the whole time? Like, he doesn't say anything?
Yeah.
I think eventually she kind of sidles over too. She gives it a good like 10 minutes probably. And then she like comes up by like Kahu and Zach. What are you thinking?
I don't know what to do.
You don't know if you want it?
Not sure.
What's your pro-con list? Do you have one in your head?
No.
You're not sure if you want that one, or you're not sure if you want it at all.
Not sure if I want it at all.
Is it the burden?
Hmm?
Is it the burden?
No.
Is it the power?
No. I think I need some answers before I take another step forward.
Answers are what?
About what's going on.
Who do you think will give you answers?
I don't know.
Apparently, it's the 4th of the 7th.
More fireworks.
Yeah. On the bridge, too? Anyways, yeah.
Meikai's been kind of hovering nearby. Well, I mean, Varys is out there with the corruption thing, so...
I mean, are you worried you were going to do the wrong thing? Or what are you worried about?
I need to even know what we're fighting for.
Varys has done a lot of really shady things. He killed Kar. He's doing shady things even now. Because of the corruption thing. I'm just saying, I think that's enough. Because, look on this side. If you don't want these powers, you can just put them back in the rock, apparently. Later on, right? Maybe? I don't know. But... I mean, I get your dilemma, but I am ready to go backslap and kick, you know, Varys' butt. Because he's just waiting for a fight. So, he has more corruption powers, and I think that's even more dangerous. I'm ready to fight.
I'm fighting to give the world a chance to break divides, to give people a chance to live on their own terms, and to not be constantly surrounded by this pull and tug of corruption and order, but to let their lives be their own.
Right answer.
I'm fighting so that people can know the truth of the past and how not to repeat it. I'm fighting to unveil the darkness.
I mean, haven't we said a lot of things right?
Like I said, I need some answers.
I mean, who do you want to talk to? You mean from the dean, or do you want us to go get someone?
I think I just need some quiet.
Okay. Do you want us to help you connect with anybody? You know?
No. I think he'll like scan and look for just a spot where he can sit and be alone at this point.
You want to stay in the cave or go outside of it?
Probably outside.
So the cave where you're in, there's the tent, and if you're facing the outside, there's the tent. Right outside, there's that shack. You could easily continue along the path, and now the storm has subsided enough. The tide has flowed out a bit from this unnatural weather that there's plenty of rocks and beachside. Hang out at. Kind of looks like after a huge hurricane or storm has gone through, but plenty of places to go. The skies now are full of this blue and green aurora. And just like Fusoaga, there's this glow and energy at the tips and waves of the water now.
I think he would look for a point that is the biggest combination of all the different elements and go sit there. So like as close to Earth and under the sky and by the water or whatever as possible.
So as far as a ritual site, it'd be either in the middle of that ritual one or above at the well, which would be a little harder to get to now, but you can go outside, and to feel closest to the different elements, there would be a place where trees have fallen, the rocks are there, the water, you're under the sky. Storm is kind of dissipating. There's definitely a feel of being close to all of these affinities and elements.
I think he will just put his staff down on the ground in front of him and sit there and close his eyes and just listen.
Anything in particular? Just listen.
Just listening for an answer.
Well, yeah, just give me a charisma roll. Base charisma.
13.
Quiet. Sea falls and crashes. The wind breaks a few times through the trees. Light dances above you. Holy moly. Fireworks continue to go off in a big finale. Can you guys hear them? Yeah. It's Hanasuko begins celebrating with fireworks at the destruction of June. Apparently the storm. But you sit there and your staff has gone cold and familiar but unconnected. You're not sure if there's an answer or not. You know there's things out there. What do you ask of it?
I think just that question in his head is what's true.
Sit 10, 20, 30 minutes. And the only thought that even enters your mind that you feel maybe is new true is what you make it. Truth is what you make it. Sorry. But you're not even sure if that's one of your thoughts or not. at this point, it's going on afternoonish. This was around noon that you guys did this ritual. It's been about an hour since the stone was taken. Anything in particular the other three are doing during this time?
Yeah, Meikai is recounting to Car what happened and making sure that they're okay on their end, and to just watch wherever they are and report if there's anything shady going on.
Apologies, might have told a few people that you defeated the storm monster. They set off fireworks. My apologies. A little early. Had saw the storm just separate.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I have an airship over Ancient Hall. Alana says he has people watching in New Organia. Nothing to report yet.
Okay. Can't believe we almost lost our powers.
It's crazy.
Just back and forth.
It's just like, you get to choose one? ...
I mean, I guess so. Maybe. We'll see.
Is Alana nearby where Zakar is at?
Oh, is Alana near you?
4 minutes go by. Somewhat. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, what's...
Can you let her know about the situation with Varys?
The situation with what?
With Varys.
Oh, yeah. Car, tell Alana everything,
Oh,
please.
yeah, no, I've already told her. It's fine.
Okay,
I can
you already did.
multitask.
Yeah.
She's watching or keeping in touch with her people. Mine.
Yeah, they got it.
And then you just see another message. Also, Carlos keeps asking about why we need a tree in a ship and is very confused.
Oh. For teleportation.
I don't like being the middleman anymore. I'm so confused at what Oregon and Carlos are trying to accomplish right now.
Me too. I don't... You're doing great, honey.
Nice, what are you up to?
I think for the first little bit, I would probably be hanging behind Zach like 60 feet or 30 feet because he doesn't have powers anymore.
Just gets taken away by a rainstorm by accident.
Yeah, he gets swept away. So yeah, I'll probably let it wait for a little bit. And then I think I would kind of be looking at like the timing of things and I don't know. How long did he sit there for? Like 30 minutes or something?
If he hasn't moved, it's been an hour. But you can let me know, Zach, if you would get up before then.
Nope, he's just sitting there.
Been a full hour since Stone was taken, you guys talked, and he went to go do that. Still sitting there.
Okay. Yeah, so I would probably like walk up to him and sit down. We probably need to start moving soon. What are you thinking?
I'm waiting for an answer.
I don't really get what answer you're looking for. What do you mean by that?
And we're fighting this fight for the Ancient One and the affinities. So I need an answer. I need answers to what just happened.
What, that your powers got drained?
Well, part of it.
I mean, what do you mean what just happened? That he came through? I don't understand what's going on with you.
I mean, what's true? What does created mean in that ritual? What does that mean? Why is everything we did over the past months amounting to nothing right now, except for through that stone? Why is Varys able to just walk in fully powered up and we aren't?
Maybe it has something to do with what he did with light, but you think everything we've done so far has amounted to nothing? We've fixed so much.
No, I don't think everything we did amounted to nothing, but I'm sitting here with nothing.
Are you afraid it'll be taken away again easily?
I don't care if it's taken away from me. That's not the issue. I need to know what I'm fighting for. And I don't want to fight for the people if they don't give me answers.
Will anyone do? Do you have answers?
No, not anyone.
No, like any of the affinities.
I don't know. I don't even know who I can trust there.
Do you think they lied to you?
I think I've been lied to for a long time.
Who do you think was lying to you about what?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Mark, is there any way you could help me out of character? Because I don't understand what he's saying.
He's not
And I
fighting
don't know
this
if I'm in this
fight
chance.
until he gets answers. Like, that's basically where he's at.
Yeah.
That's his mind state right now.
All these
Yeah.
other things have been said that don't seem to jive necessarily with what the history has been told about, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to him what just happened, so he is waiting for answers.
Can I help you?
How do you want to help me?
Well, I have affinity powers. Maybe I could help you connect.
You want to?
Okay. Maybe you should take my hand just in case. I'm just holding it out.
There's a moment he, like, looks up towards the sun and just kind of, like, puts his head down. I don't know.
Do you want it from her?
Do you ever grab the stone with you, out with you, or did you leave it there? Left to the
I
right.
haven't touched the stone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm holding the other stones except darkness.
You grabbed the soulless one as well? You grabbed the 4 stones, not just the 3.
And it's not like I'm trying to like put them anywhere.
Yeah.
But in case Varus comes
Yeah.
back, Makai just has them near.
Sure.
So
Do you try and say anything to Solus, Zachary?
No, he's waiting. So
So you don't want me to help you?
I don't know. If you guys got a plan, you can plan. But
I mean, we can, but I think you forget how vital you are to this whole operation.
apparently I'm not, because anybody could touch that stone and get the same powers.
You couldn't use it the same way as you. How many times have you broken people's plans? Mike's nodding.
At least 83 times. No, I'm just joking.
I feel like you're kind of like the driving force behind most of us, like what we're doing. I think you should take it, and I don't think anyone else should. I think you've been the hope for a lot of people, including me. You've
And I
made
think I
things
can
that
be
seemed
that
impossible.
without that still, too.
You could.
There are how many people that we've come across who have no powers of those affinities? Not a drop. And they make differences. Why do I need them to make a difference? Why should I trust them if they won't even give answers?
Well, that's how I was trying to give you to connect so that you could get some answers. Try holding the stone or something? I don't know. What if the connection's weakened because you don't have the power? Doesn't that enhance it? If you want answers, shouldn't you try everything you can to get them?
That's why I'm sitting here listening. I want it to be just me.
I guess I get that. Well, we can plan. Do you have any opinions? I'll just relay whatever you think, and then you sit here. Yeah.
Oh, kill Varus, please. That's my plan.
Yeah. But the other shows and stuff.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. I think we'll probably do that then, I guess. But I think you'll get an answer. I just don't want to leave you behind. We've all been together this much.
Doesn't mean I'm quitting the fight against Varus.
Yeah, so I'll stand up. I'll kind of pat his shoulder. I will kind of walk away, and as I'm walking away, I'll kind of whisper a prayer to Lotha and be like, out of Zach's earshot. But I will just ask, be like, hey Lotha, could you help out Zach? Tell the Ancient One, I don't know. So,
Give me an affinity roll.
okay.
It's a solid plan.
Okay. I rolled a 1, so 4 plus
Ooh.
5, 9, 10.
It's hard to know if he's intentionally answering you this way or if your connection just doesn't seem as strong as you're like trying to kind of orient to acceptance of your powers. There's no presence of a storm, there's no thunder, there's nothing that responds to you. But you feel one drop of water from the sky that drops in your head as like a confirmation of just still here. There's no booming voice, there's no thunder, there's nothing that signifies it beyond just that you know. Whether that's part of its own message or your connection, you're not sure.
She's actually pretty satisfied with that, to be honest.
Okay.
Just
Is
something.
anybody else robot-y?
Do you not hear me? Okay. Probably
Bye.
not. Right. We'll let her come back real quick. But yeah, so that's kind of what you get from that check there. At this point, it's been about an hour and a half since the stone was taken. Do you head on back to John? You tell us what happens. You're the DM now. Okay. I don't know. John, can you hear me as well? All right.
Oh, maybe John can't hear either. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Well, how about this? It probably seems like a good time for a break. So we're gonna go ahead and go to a quick break while
I think we're kind of back.
Oh, yay!
kind of back.
That's good.
Will disappear.
Are we good now? Are we?
We
Everyone,
just had
do
some
Yeah, we
internet
can take a break
glitches.
though.
you guys want to take our break now though, or do you want to wait another 30 minutes or so? Okay, we'll go ahead and take our break now. I think it's a good time anyway, as kind of the
Fresh.
RP is happening and all that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the ending of that, and I know it was a bit of a climatic end to that fight, as well as the downfall of everything and the choices that we got going forward. So we'll go on a quick break. We'll come back for the second half of episode 83 of Fates United. So you guys will do what you want to do. Go grab popcorn. I don't know. I'm not your boss. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I want to see a little snack check. I got Candy Nerds going on. I heard popcorn's happening all around town. I love it. So in chat, let me know what kind of snacks y'all are eating tonight. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump back into the second half of Fates United. The last couple sessions here. The corruption monster of Xorna has been dispelled, defeated in an epic unification of our current chosens. So at the end of the ritual, all of their powers are stripped into these stones to be reacquainted. So as if waiting for this moment to happen, Varys stepped in, only taking stone that was formed into pure corruption, leaving the other chosen stones unaffected. Before, for whatever reason, instead of confronting you all, stepped back in, continued the plans he had. As it seems, the three former chosens that are now reunited are a little weary of whether or not they are capable or supposed to step back into their roles for this go. Makai, Anais, and Kahu quickly recommitted, re-stepped into their chosen. Zachary decided to ask for answers first, going outside, kind of finding a chance to meditate, reach out, pray, wishing for answers from outward of what is true and what just happened. About an hour and a half after the stone was taken by Varys, Lotha gave you a non-committal answer. Well, you did feel like it was an answer. You were confident that it was an answer. Head back to the others. Zachary, you're still waiting out there currently?
Yep, he's just sitting there.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Guys, I'm gonna go to Makai Kahu.
Oh, yeah, we're telepathic again, right?
You try?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume. I was talking, but
Oh, okay.
Do you try to be telepathic? Yeah?
I wasn't in the moment. But
You weren't? Okay.
no, I was just talking.
Okay.
I come back into the cave or wherever you guys are.
Mhm.
Zach's still trying to figure out what he wants to do, so we should just probably start planning without him.
Well, I think the plan is just to go where Varys is and kick his butt, right?
We know where Varys is.
Well, shouldn't we figure out the chosen thing first? I mean, they did kind of let us choose that. Do we have thoughts?
Like other people?
Yeah.
Well, Carter already is like, hey, you can sign me up.
Is it up to us to make the selection?
That's what
That's
I
what
was
they
wondering.
said. I was asking them about it, and they were like, "You decide."
Well, I ask because I feel like when we were chosen, it's not like people came to us and asked.
True.
It's like
Kind of drawn.
we were drawn and we were found.
Well, here's the thing. Do we want to figure that out for new people, or do we think that the three should recommit?
I
I
mean,
think that's the first choice that probably needs to happen, because I think we could probably convince them, but they don't.
I don't think we convince or force anyone into this.
Jorno
you know
seems
what I mean.
pretty. Yeah.
Like, I don't mean like forcing anyone, but convincing someone's different. I think both of them feel like they have nothing to offer. I think they would want to help. So it's more like Should they fix what they started, or do we just start over?
Should we pull them out here and talk to them about it?
I mean, we
Okay.
could. They just were really elusive a couple minutes ago about it.
I can at
If
least
you
get
wanna-
Sundavir out here to talk.
You definitely
He just
can.
slowly shuffles back through the sand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we want to talk to him first, definitely possible.
Sundavir, do you have a moment?
You don't hear anything back.
I mentally connect to him.
You don't hear anything back.
Is he not in the area? Do I
You're-
see him?
Your mental connection only goes 10 feet, right?
160 now.
Shack is still a
Pretty
little
great.
bit beyond 160.
I mean, I'll get within range of it.
Okay, sure. I was just saying your chosen telepathy does not go to him currently.
I'm not doing my chosen. I'm
Yeah.
doing my.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to step about 150 feet, 160 feet to the shack. Kahu?
Do you have a moment to talk? Mind bringing your book as well?
Since technically he's friends, so I would say he's charmed by you. Give me your persuasion roll with advantage. Have your home number soon to be answer your phone.
25.
Sure. Anything for you all? Anyone mad at me?
Thanks, buddy.
He just comes out, and in your head you hear, "Is anyone mad at me?"
I don't think anybody's mad at you that they're here. I don't know what Zach's thinking at the moment, but I think everyone here is just trying to get their heads around what's going on.
Wondering what I was walking into. All right.
I'd give you a heads up if I knew.
Well, oneself is one's own worst enemy, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Walk out, kind of got wet hair, change of clothes. Hello, you three?
Hello.
Hi. You're looking fresh.
Well, I think my first question is, before we get too deep into anything, how are you feeling? How are you doing?
Pretty sore. Just questioning a lot of things.
I think with more than just you. Any idea what happened there? With the ritual ending?
That shouldn't have happened. I was not aware of any way to forcefully split one from its powers that way. Unless theory of mine is correct that I just always assumed the ancient one was naturally based. Divinely based, I don't know. If these are arcanely based, meaning created, then I might have miscalculated the ritual.
Do you mind if we take a look at your book and we take a moment to walk around and see what we can gather?
Gives you the book, opens it to the ritual, has a couple notes afterwards.
I would like to try to discern and understand
Mm-hmm.
what could have gone wrong.
Me too.
Yeah.
Give me your Arcana checks.
We're all in this together.
And I would like to guide myself as I do so if I can.
Wow!
Are we all making checks?
Yep.
Cool.
God, who's got guidance now?
Natural 1.
Wow.
That tracks for a 3.
Kahu, do you want to explain to everyone else or the viewers why you can do guidance?
Having gained level 16, I now took a level of cleric.
Oh, that's fun.
And not just any cleric, mind you. One that would go quite well with the Rune Knight. That is a 32 on my roll.
Jeez. Amazing.
Nice.
As a knowledge cleric.
Nice.
Yeah, so fun.
Fun.
He's ready for Delvers. He's
Oh,
him
you're
and Zach can be
His initiation
intellectual
is a cleric level.
It's as though the waters have opened the knowledge of the world before him.
I love it. Makai, is there any changes to your build so far that you want to announce and talk about?
No. It's gonna punch things. Let's be honest. I did get some Battle Master maneuvers though, because Car.
Fun. You guys have been training together, makes sense. But you, nice, Rachel, have you thought about any changes to your build yet?
I
Or?
have no idea. I'm gonna have to do that
Yeah.
after session.
No worries
I
at
have
all.
No
No worries.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been super
I'll do
curious, like, because I figured like most of you guys would probably just end up going the same builds anyway, because you know you've narratively done it. But that'll be fun to give you guys a chance to see what happens.
Nice triple classes.
It's mainly for chosen people, you know, the chosen that you've selected or reselect. But anyways, mechanically, you guys all study this, and Kahu, for a second, your floodgates open, almost like the inspiration when you talked about the different planes. And then you kind of connect that idea, and it starts flowing to conversations you had with Anir, and different rumors that you guys brought up in your discussions, and then hearing the different history you've heard from Organia, and what the Genasi have told you, and what you both and Zachary have uncovered throughout this whole journey of just this idea that what was told to you all was that the Ancient One is divine, created these affinities, and corruption was split during those rituals, and something happened there. But when you're looking at how this was set up, you do understand, like what Sundavir says, if this was divine, there is divine magic here. The source of the chosen powers were divine. This should not have any effect on it. There have been rumors of those in more blasphemous groups or dissenting groups from the Ancient One that you have heard think that all that is a lie, and that it was more said in ways that these powers were given to look like they're more. So these are the arguments from those that think the Chosens are fake and corrupted, right? That they were created arcanely, make it look like they're divinely given. So these are the dissenters that, you know, are more rumored to talk about, you know, like that, you know, that they were false Chosens that killed the king, you know, like that kind of stuff. So that's where you've heard these rumors before. And these have been kind of spoken about throughout the game from Organia or Vanali, but it's always been in a dissentious way. And you all know, you being Chosens, you're not fake or made up. But what does connect, that this source of your magic, though the magic and the affinities are naturally found in this world, they are given with arcane sets. And this source, you backtrack it to the seed of power, to an affinity, and then to the Ancient One, is not divine, but arcane in nature. Hence, this ritual was successful. Nothing went wrong. This ritual actually did exactly what it was supposed to have done. As corruption is not divine either. So it took and absorbed corruption into a stone. But he accidentally also had that happen. Chosens, Sundavir did not understand. But the source, the champions having power, is arcane as well. Yeah, with the 32, it all just kind of clicks. The idea of different planes and the affinities and are they deities or not. And all this just kind of flows through and just kind of makes these connections with this ritual.
Kind of falls down onto his butt as he has his revelation. And
Make his eyes
this to
glaze over.
explains this to everybody else that's in the room.
Okay. Eyes still glazed over, staring at some spot on the ground.
And you see Sundavir now have the same look that Zach has. Almost like a I need answers look.
Maybe I'm being naive. I don't really understand what the difference is personally.
I don't either. I
When it
never
comes
put
to-
much stock in gods, anyways.
I think the difference is that the gods' divine powers are almost as a blessing or a gift or a handing down. The arcane is something that can be discovered and unlocked of the natural order of the universe and of the things around us.
And if they were given by an arcane, does that mean our world is naturally built as well, or just some creation of some wizard somewhere that decided to have fun creating our lives and puppeteering? Does this all really matter?
Yes? Wow, you guys are thinking way too hard about this. Yeah, magic is a gift, just like playing a flute or, being good at soccer. Like, you just learn and you hone it. Most of the tieflings don't have magic.
I think what he's
But-
saying is he's wondering if he's just a construct that's meant to do as he's told.
How do you know you're alive, Makai? What if you're just a figment of someone's dream? Or an illusion that they created?
Guess somebody ships me in their head then with someone else. I don't know. I don't really care personally.
Hmm.
I'm here. I know what's in my sphere, and that's all that I have control of. Because once you get outside of that, then it like gets on a mind trip, and it's even if Lune was someone who is controlling me, she's guided me to good things and she's helped me. At the end of the story, that's all that matters in my heart. But I'm not a scholarly person.
You saw
So-
like the beginning of like when Sundavir just like rolls his eyes in like a passive like these people that don't understand. And yet the more you talk, then there's maybe a bit of maybe you are onto something, maybe you are right. Just doesn't know.
She is correct that it doesn't change the fact that we as individuals still have experience.
Still struggling. It's not like we can just be like, oh, revelation. Wow, none of this is real. It's real to us.
Are our wills
That's what
not our own?
matters. Even if they're not, then we're on the track. Oh well.
Yeah. That was a question more posed to Sundavir. I believe that they are.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise, why would corruption be fighting and coming in here? There's more than one force that's being dealt with here. You decided to have more than one force in your life, Sundavir. You have the
Agreed.
conflict within you. If you were purely made of only one of those forces, then how would you ever be able to accept the other if there was not something unique?
And how do you explain the summoning of an elemental or conjuration when you have to fight over its will? It still fights back, it still is conjured.
Magic.
Not so simple like that, Makai, but sure, if you want to live in that simplicity, maybe ignorance is bliss.
I'm not a smart wizard person.
Apparently neither am I. But
I guess
those
it's-
do seem to be the answers that need to be answered.
I guess I just don't understand what the difference between an arcane or a divine one would be. I mean, Lotha has helped me. That seems like that's all that matters to me personally. Whether he's a creation or a divine being, he's always been there for me. So,
As we're talking, Tahu is scribing stuff of what we're saying.
Apparently Varys doesn't seem to agree with that sentiment. Maybe this is what Varys is meaning. He sees all of this as just a creation, so maybe it's a prison for him, or a plaything, or I don't know.
You can't put stock into what he says because he needs to be punched in the face and stopped. So
Except he was right.
he still has the bad corruption thing.
What if it's all about perspective? What if the Ancient One is the one that's wrong and he is trying to stop it?
Then we're on the wrong side of history, but at least we get to protect our family and friends.
And maybe he should talk to us about it, not just try to kill and wipe everybody.
That too. He killed Carr. I can't forgive that.
Well,
Carr's not the bad person.
he doesn't think you are a person, then no different than you killing a corruption monster. You don't believe has sentience.
My brain hurts.
I kill a corruption monster to protect those who cannot protect themselves. There's a difference there.
So do you
He's
think
not-
Jorna should have been locked in the storm? Because, like, that's what happened, so...
No. No, I think you are right. Whether this was all created or not, we are here. Maybe that
I'm
is
sorry.
why these affinities, each one is limited. It's not infinite, it's not all powerful.
And clearly, the Ancient One is not all powerful either.
Was Anaya's going to say something?
I don't remember.
Yeah. What are the next steps then? This needs to be stopped.
Next steps. Give me a moment, I'll be back. I close the book. I walk out to where Zach's at. I drop the book next to him. I turn around and I walk back to the group. I took notes of everything we just talked about in the book.
Okay.
But it's in runes, so...
You gotta spend like at least an hour deciphering it. So we need to figure out the chosen thing. What do you want, Sunvir?
Are nearing about 2 hours since the stone was taken. To be honest, I don't trust myself right now. I'm not saying I can't be of assistance or help, but we had our own team. And we all saw it crumble and fade away after what happened. We never had what you all have. United front, even with all the questions you have as well. You've all done things that we haven't been able to do. So, Honestly, we are the old god. You helped us finish what we created, what we started with this storm, but if you want us finish this fight against corruption, I'm sure the three of us would step up. And I would as well. I can't admit that I feel responsible for a lot of this and question my own aptitude with corruption and what that would mean. But maybe the answer is new chosens. I don't know.
Do you feel for yourself that it's time for you to rest? Not necessarily die, I just mean like rest from the burden.
Please don't kill me. To be honest, I am tired. And he looks over to the tent, to the door. And relieved. He's back. But I think I would be better served aiding you all, not fighting with you all. I believe I have too many selfish desires.
Do you feel like you still have magic, or is that also gone? Like, can you cast spells and stuff?
I feel like I might come back in time. Still feel something there.
It's kind of like Bry, right? Bry lost his magic for a while, and then he got it back.
I don't know who this. Or this break. Is that weird person?
Vicarious.
Right. Or,
And not weird. He's a magic
He's
bacon
all
man.
I might have to re-meet him again. I kind of had some. He was very annoying in last times I met him. So.
Okay. We don't need to. He's been a very good help.
To be honest, I have these weird memories of taunting him, and I don't really think that was me.
We're okay. Well, he's a great guy, and he watches over Anais, so.
Start to see him like, that's the thing, I was taunting you all, and that wasn't really me. I'm sorry. I guess that's
It's okay. We kicked his butt.
Thank you.
Punch him in the face.
Oof.
Basically, like preparation for all the other dreams we had later.
Yep.
So.
You're
It's like
welcome.
training.
Or
I could use an arcane advisor back with the Kalistar.
I would be more than happy to so the rest of my days fixing things that I've...
Now you have a place there.
You've always been a
Go.
kind friend to me.
Sometimes we just need people to reach out.
I wish more people would.
Does his wish go off?
He doesn't have a wish.
Everybody starts holding out their hand.
Wow!
So magical.
I think that's a good use of your time. But don't feel like you have to live your entire life in penitence, because that is not the way to live, because I have been there. And I feel like you have already been doing that for the last long time. How many years has it been? I need to talk to Jorna.
I have lived many lifetimes. Let me give you a full recap of that.
I'm trying to figure out how many greats
You learn to
Dorna
stop counting when you're around 300 something.
You're okay. You're looking great.
Joints don't feel it, but that will come back. I also need it. I need to shave this beard. This is disgusting.
Okay, so you don't want this. We should pick someone else. Is that what you want?
If you call me to aid, I will, but I think it's better served in someone else's hands. Jonah won't
Why?
ever admit it, but I think she's due some rest as well.
Yeah, she like got married and then like this happened, right? Like that's what happened.
Yes.
I think
Some
they're due to
honeymoon.
have their life.
Yes, Edward. He never did get to live marriage with her.
They're probably having some talks in there. Awkward talks. Well, you were right though. You got their back. You can hold that over the dean's head your entire life. Not encouraging that, I'm just saying. You were right.
That'd have
And
been
he
the
needs to be
smartest
grateful for
thing
that.
you have ever said to me.
It's because it was a praise.
Can't admit I do like ego trips every so often.
Everybody does. Yeah. But good job. Seriously. I mean, you were right in that. Apparently you were right in these notes. Never going to understand them, but it's there.
So,
So we need to figure out who's taken the other ones then. And then
Should
we
we
gotta figure out
pray?
how to get them here. I guess we could take them, don't we? We could take them with us.
Yeah, we could. I mean, they're
Technically.
portable.
don't think
Yeah.
there's any rush. Well,
Okay.
well,
I mean,
whatever
though, there's
rush you
kind
need
of a
for Varys,
rush
but no, I just
happening
mean
right now.
time-wise on the
Yeah.
stone. That's all I mean.
Oh,
Should we like pray about it with like our affinities? Like check in, maybe. I mean, they should have advice, right?
I don't know
We're
what you
just
want to
going off
do.
of
You
that.
do what you want to do.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. The other two.
Grabs the book and just starts.
I didn't mean that in the rude
He
way.
just
I just
he
meant
just turns and says, "There's 3 stones. I see 3 chosens." And he just walks back to the shack.
Also, Zachary has his book. Because Kahu gave it
I think
to
he
him.
has Kahu's notes, or maybe does he have the book?
No, you're right. Zachary does have them. So
Oh, my bad.
I put the notes in the book.
I mean, should we talk? We should probably. I feel like there's already guidance, and whether or not it's divine or arcane, so what? They talk back. That's all I'm looking for.
I mean, I think we probably just have to deal with the situation in front of us before we have some existential crisis, right?
Yeah.
That's my thoughts, but I understand why people would question it too. But
We know corruption's going to be bolstering his strength. With their strength, I should say.
yeah.
Hmm.
We need to bolster our own. We need to make use of the stones.
Hmm.
Question is,
Mm.
who do we send them to? We need the people we met when we first met each other. Could be viable options for this.
True. I mean, I trust. There's a good list of people I trust. People who are already strong on their own, but could be proven allies. So, like, with this sort of power, I think you could probably entrust with certain ones.
I mean, do we vote on it, or do we just all take one, or how do we do this?
A good
We can
question.
write down a list of ideas and then see if like cross references and stuff. Pick out of a hat. I don't know.
I mean, I always write lists. Let's write a list.
Yeah. Should we all write lists? And then, like I said, then we can like cross reference, be like, oh hey. all
Well,
three
I
of us said
can't
that
really
person.
think of anything too much because, like, I would have maybe said Connor, but he doesn't really want to fight, so I think we should just let him be. So maybe we should all just say everyone we're thinking, and
Does
I'll
it-
write it
Okay.
down.
Does it make
Okay.
sense for us to ensure some of these go to, you know, the human populations?
Bar was number 1 on my list. He's a human. So is Alana.
Okay, so Tar is on the list. Lana's on the list. I don't know if a queen should have a chosen thing, to be honest. So that seems like
That's fair. She just
double
was on the
power.
top of my head.
Well, actually, that's also Car. He also is a king. Maybe we should like.
Hanazuka.
I guess Kahu the.
I am
Wait,
also,
oh man,
so
this
should
this
I
is too much
step
power
down?
in everyone's hands. I think we all need to
I mean,
seriously rethink this.
Kahu and I are both in positions of
You're
power.
right. I
as
forgot.
well.
I forgot. Sorry. It does seem like a little too much power, though, personally, but that's just me.
Oh, we could always like try to take it back. You know,
Yeah.
perform
Okay,
that
so
ritual
anyway,
again.
Car, Alana. I kind of
Um,
don't. I kind of feel like Alana, though, isn't she in charge of like way more than other things? Or am I?
Politically, so she's probably the most powerful.
Yeah. So it does make me
That's
a little
true.
wary, to be
Other than
honest.
Well, she is
Varys,
a.
and she is
she's a-
she is having to compete against Varys right now, who is the
True.
She
most
does, and she's pretty strong. So
Okay. Who else is on the list?
I would feel
Leanna,
like
maybe?
Leetta. That's probably a Zach. I mean, that like popped in my mind for Zachary because he seems to trust her a lot, and she's nice. So
Mm-hmm.
my mom. I'm just kidding. Don't write that down.
talking about-
She'd be the worst option, to be honest.
Talking about people we all trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust Bry, but I'm not sure if he would want that.
Ergon, but perhaps.
Oh, I could see Ergon.
Great. Don't write down Carlos. I feel like he would pass on it anyways. We'd start making chosen puns.
Else.
I have so many joke answers. I'm sorry. I'm really trying hard not to say them. I was gonna say the airship captain. We trust him.
Hey, welcome to be a chosen.
How well do you trust the young boy,
What young boy?
Jarson?
Dwarston?
Oh, he's just chilling in his home.
I mean, I trust him, but he's like a kid. I don't really want to force him into this giant battle. You
That's
know.
fair.
That's the
Taking
player
care of
that
his
always
mom.
plays a kid.
You know it.
Isn't he taking care of? There's this girl named Karis. I feel like she could be a good option.
You would take down Varys single
Touch
handed.
corruption.
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 Jarston's taking care of his mama, but what about his
Actually,
Lady Nightguard?
you guys would have heard she recently passed away.
That is really sad. He is mourning his mother.
Let's not. Let's just let him be.
All right, we never really got
There's-
back around to Nuatari, but yeah, that was background information that had happened.
Are any of the, Garrick and them, are any of them able to claim these powers? Do we know?
I don't trust the scariest.
It almost seems like doubling up almost.
Yeah, they already have elemental powers.
I really like the idea of Ergon though, because
Ergon's cool.
I don't know, I just feel like he's really trustworthy. I think he would do
Mhm.
well.
think he would be a guiding star.
Is it like a hint?
Yeah, the star
Comment.
chosen Makai. Do you get it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
I was just gonna say Car, Prince of the Mountain, Earth.
Really dark under the mountain. You're right. Darkness.
What? No.
Oh, you meant Earth. You meant Earth. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Question is with darkness. Who do we know who would be good in the shadows, but still trustworthy? And would be willing
It's giving her too much power.
to take the power.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time thinking of anybody else, too.
There's a small list.
Personally, though, I really don't think we should give Alana anything. It's not that I don't trust her, but I don't know.
Her dad was a fake one.
Set up by Varys, who now has even more power than before.
What
Yeah.
better revenge? No, that's probably a long dark path. Well.
I don't know. I think I would trust Leetta more than Alana, personally. Again, it's not that I don't trust Alana, it's just I feel like Leetta has been kind of our consistent ally for a really long time.
True. I mean, she has
And-
just as much reason to help. I mean, acting for
Yeah.
Alana in her stead and being mind controlled or whatever that was as well.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought maybe she might be more. I don't know. And it's also one less thing because I feel like if Alana's trying to rebuild a whole kingdom and she's also a chosen, that's a lot of responsibility.
I'm away.
I tried to take away these powers, come back in the stones after for them though. But that's just me. Make it like a temporary thing. See if Sundavir can like redo this
Yeah, maybe.
ritual. Yeah. I'm just saying, just for being safe. You know what I mean?
Or we find how to
But-
give the power to everybody.
Give it to
That'd be
everyone.
great.
Oh yeah, that's what Zach's always on about.
It's arcane in nature. It's theoretically possible.
Maybe we can like smash stones or something. I don't know. That's another thing. Think about later.
So it sounds like we potentially have 3 options.
Mhm.
We think Leetta makes sense for the shadow. You make use of the illusions.
Personally, but again,
Yeah.
it's not just my opinion.
I mean, it's
Right.
obviously
No,
their
I
choice
agree.
as well. We can offer
Yeah.
and they may reject us.
That's true, and then we have some backups in case someone
Mhm.
says no. Okay. I think that works.
Shall we get the airship on the way?
Probably a good idea.
Does anyone have the ability to send a message out? I don't got my stone anymore.
Yeah, we got stones to communicate with the airship.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Hey! Do you want to land, please? I think we're ready. Soon.
Yeah. Sorry. Just yep, taking a nap. Be there in like
Good.
20 minutes. All right.
Just land by this shack that you see on the beach, and we might be a little bit longer than that, but at least just land. I mean, you're wasting energy.
You got a
Would we have
boss.
taken a short rest while we were talking and doing all that stuff?
Yeah.
Totally.
By the way. Okay.
So I was about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Takes him another 20. Oh, 2.5 hours, 45 minutes ish. He lands. Zach, you kind of see the airship landing 50 feet from you. Still at this point, no specific answer.
Still sitting there waiting.
The dean walks out at one point, looking around. They all kind of, again, look refreshed and settled for a bit.
Guess I'll talk to. We don't have to RP it. I think Meikai's just gonna talk to Jorna a little bit and catch her up on Hanasuka history, because at least she knows that. Get to know her a little bit. But yeah, I'm proficient in history. Look at that. For some reason.
Sorry. I'm sending a message real quick. What? Where are we at?
Oh, I said catching up Jorna on Hanasukan history and just events and
She gasps at all the right moments and leads for more answers, and it's more of like a almost you can tell the different pieces of what, just kind of like talking about what's happened and just being the interest in it, and you can see the sorrow and there's a bit of more somberness, as you can tell the dean is filtering on stuff. But thank you for everything you've done, though.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
if you have any, advice for Hanasuka, that'd be great.
Trust your
I wasn't supposed to
instincts.
be like the ruler. Okay.
I mean, it sounds like you are probably the best person to be in charge. You don't want to be.
I mean, I think it should go to the people, so I don't have to do that much, but
That's what a good leader does.
fair. My mom's in charge right now. She's fine.
I'd be more than happy to help console you anything I can. You're not alone in all this, alright?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm going to take my honeymoon first. I think we talked about it a little bit.
Mekai just looks over to the dean, like, okay.
We haven't spent much time together lately, as you can tell. And it sounds like, hopefully, you have some ideas for these chosen powers.
Yeah, we have like a little running list. So hopefully.
Cool.
But yeah. It's really weird how our stories kind of parallel each other, by the way. Something happened to you on your wedding day, something happened to me on my wedding day. Now we're both married to humans.
It's
A lot
crazy.
there.
I mean, you could almost say it was fate or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that is why you're chosen to be chosen.
True.
Fix what was broken.
No, you two can fix that.
Yes. That's kind of what we want to do. Thinking about recreating the school. Hopefully help more people that aren't chosen.
Good idea.
But again, we have to get through all these first, so whatever you all need from us, any advice or anything. I noticed the ASMR. Zachary has been quiet this whole time. Quiet in the beginning
He's
too.
just staring at stuff out there.
I'll go check on him. Seems like all right.
So I don't know if it. Yeah. Good luck.
She has no clue. But she'll walk out and just see you sitting out there. Hello, Zachary, right? Am I saying that correctly?
Yep.
She just kind of like sits down. You see her just lay back, just fully in the sand, like her hair just getting all in the sand and stuff. Just looking up. So, you don't seem to be one of many words.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen right now.
Listening for answers or confirmation. Noticed you haven't taken your stone back up.
Man, is anything at this point.
What do you hear?
Nothing.
She like brushes some sand like in a dismissive way. You're deaf? You hear something? What do you hear?
You and nothing.
Closes her eyes for a second. I hear waves and wind, leaves. I hear, and she kind of like turns her head a little bit. A bird pecking on the wood. I'm sure if I got close enough, I'd hear your heart beating. Life continues to go around you.
Do you have a point to this?
Sometimes the answers are right in front of you if you are willing to ask for them. But I know sometimes they don't come back in the way you want them to. Spent a lot of time around my husband and, of course, Sundavir, a few others who are always wanting answers and wishing to explore and be sure before stepping out, but part of being what they've chosen is a leap of faith. And also, at least for me, chance to create something new and fresh the way we want it made. Yeah, sound like you're asking the right question. So. Well, good luck with that, alright? Anything else I can help? Anything you need help with?
Nope.
Well, from what I've heard, you all have done a good job. Thank you for helping to save my home.
I'm glad you're okay.
I am too. Good luck. Just pats you on the shoulder. Starts walking away. Just walks like, I like him. Brushes the sand out of her hair a bit. So, is that your airship? It's like as she's walking, you can see the airship like landing behind.
She's asking me.
She's walked back into the others at this point.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, he's very nice.
Definitely ours.
Well, it's here. Let you know.
Did you have airships back in your day?
Not anything like this, no.
This is my first, like one of the first ones I ever saw too. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're more of a recent invention.
Mhm. Well, they're super convenient.
Yeah, teleportation rings. Do you still have them? Dwarven technology. We teleportation circles now. I'll explain it to you. All right.
Well, Nice has a cool thing. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. A little bit, but just one place.
Oh, okay.
Shall we meet up with everyone else?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Is Zach gonna come with? Do we need to do you think he'd be put him on the front of the ship?
I think no matter what he's coming with, I think he just is still deciding.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go get him.
Where are you all heading to then?
To kick Varys' butt, of course.
I think we got to meet up with everybody first.
They're by the Hall of the Ancients.
Is that where you're meeting, or back to
Yes.
Celestia?
No, the Hall of the Ancients. That's where they're.
I'm trying to remember, DM. Is Hall of Ancients where we sent everybody, or is it just a couple people that went there?
You would set up like troops there, but you didn't send everybody there. You sent.
We want to go to where everyone's at.
Yeah, a lot of people. Everyone's still in Celestia as far as the leaders. Car has some people watching, like a lot of his troops watching. The Hall of Ancients. You have Alana watching Organia, and I think Arlas was heading towards y'all to pick up Ergon and the Goliaths and the Kalishtar forces. And that's where discussions of trees on ships were occurring.
We are going to meet in Celestia, is that correct?
I believe that was the
I guess it is
intention,
now.
but yeah, I mean, up to you if you wish to change that. But that's where they're all waiting, just for word of anything going on.
I think that's where we're going then. I think we go to where we're
Yes.
at first.
Yeah, the Celestia.
All right. You wish us to go with you all?
Sure.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Okay, I didn't know if you guys wanted to rest or what.
I mean, you could honeymoon here in this cave, I guess, but
We'll rest after Varys is done. If you need validity to your word, what's happened?
that's true. They tend to take an academic approach to things and like proof, and not by word of mouth.
I believe Jorna here is proof enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go over to Zach and just tap his shoulder and be like, "Hey, we probably need to get going."
Okay. He'll grab the book and staff and get up and follow.
You guys end up heading up to the airship. Grabbing Sundavir as well.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, guys. Storm's gone, so I guess he kicked its butt.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Killed it outright, right? That's awesome. You see, like, the dean and the wife stepping up onto the ship.
We took care of the dangerous portion of it, yes.
Dissipated, for sure.
I mean, that thing has wrecked face around this country for years. Yeah, I'm glad he got rid of it. Whoever was buying that, jeez.
Yeah, how about we start flying, please?
I like
We're
you.
in the rush.
Just here walking up behind. Right. Yeah. Where to?
Celestia.
Got it. I'll head back up and begin to bring up the plank and all that. You guys get prepared. Anything specific you guys wish to do? As you definitely see the Aurora Borealis kind of in its full effect currently. Kind of like a darker afternoon.
Hmm.
As we begin to take off, anything specific you wish to do?
Ask Makai, can you send a missive to Carr and have him talk to Alana about getting any pertinent details that may exist regarding the Hall of Ancients?
Sure.
And any details? Or any new sites? Is that what you're saying?
Any pertinent details? Any changes potentially of?
A couple of minutes go by. Sounds like between maybe their connection to Anir as well as their troops. Just a message you get back. Currently, no changes. Anir states that he's gotten as far as he can through many traps. Was resting for the day.
Also ask if anybody's had any sightings of Eris.
None to report as of yet. He is nowhere to be seen in Organia. Or in New Organia.
How long's the journey? Because, like, there's part of me that wonders if sleeping's a good idea, but I don't know if it would count as a full
Oh,
rest.
We said it was like
Yeah.
3 hours. Like, it wasn't long.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to get a long rest on this trip.
So just wait. The only detail I didn't tell Carr was the fact that Varys, in that form, was the one who killed him. I think I omitted that detail for now.
Fine.
So, just
Sure. All right. Anything else you guys are doing on the way back?
I'll ask Anais and Kahu. Do we want to run by the stone plan with Zachary right now, or do we want to wait just a little longer?
Maybe we can wait till we get there.
Okay.
Because, I
Yeah,
mean, if
still
he's
looking
all...
for an answer.
Yeah, if,
Yeah.
if he doesn't know if he wants to take it, I don't know if he'd have much of an opinion on who we give it to.
That's fair.
You
Okay.
know?
Yeah. We'll keep that in our back pocket.
Yeah.
Zachary in the front of the ship currently?
I think at this point he's in his room.
So just kind of waiting?
Yeah.
You guys up on the ship? Where are you guys all at right now?
Yeah, I'm at probably the top deck just watching. Looking at the moon.
I'm probably
Nice.
still hovering around Zach's room. Probably not like... I'm not in his room, but, like, I'm, like, pretty close.
I just imagine Anais just like floating. It's just like...
Just this little
Hovering.
storm cloud that she's riding. Just
Yeah.
cracks the thunder outside.
I could
Zachary
be squashed
rolling
like
his
a
eyes.
bug. I just wanna make sure he's okay.
The assassin reveals his face to be the guy from before.
Exactly. I'm just gonna hang out.
Kahu? Where's Kahu at?
He's at the top of the ship.
Makai, Kahu, you both suddenly see a green beam rising out of the distance. Nias, Zachary, the entirety of the outside of windows goes green. As something hit about 3-ish hours after the stone was taken. The airship is just beginning to leave. Maybe a few minutes, 20, 30 minutes left. Not the green bean, but the green beam rises up from the Hall of Ancients. can see suddenly a swirl in the sky turning as you all see a tear in the sky begin to occur and split. And you can see who went to the prison and actually went inside the prison world? You two both see a world with the same colors, that world. Almost rustic clouds with runes and mountains, and it's hard to just tell what's happening. And suddenly, a shockwave finally hits the ship as this beam of green slowly, as a shockwave, just echoes out. As before you see parts of Celestia breaking, the top of Fusuaga, and a bit of shockwave breaking up down one of the cliffs. You can see trees falling over from Hanazuka and across the plains. You brace yourself as suddenly the beginning of the ship begins to tear apart. And you just see white. Everything
Yeah, I'm
is-
immediately like bursting into Zach's room to like, do something.
The second you do, blinding white and just goes quiet. Before we head to the next section, I need some rolls to occur.
Oh,
Been a part of been dreading since the beginning of my campaign. We're gonna go around. I need D100 rolls as I go one by one. Hahu, why don't you roll a D100 first?
67.
Zachary.
$99.
oh,
We'll go up to Meikai.
okay. How do I read this? I got a 30 and a 2. Is that a
32.
23 or 30?
32.
Okay.
I always
It's
get mixed up
math.
with that too.
I always dread these dice because I'm like, I don't know.
We'll go back over there. Oh, this is actually pretty narrative based. Yeah. Rachel. Nice.
58.
And we'll go back around. So, Kahu,
Yep.
one more set.
They want me to roll again?
Yep.
This is how much your body is torn apart.
52.
We'll have that'll be for Zachary.
7.
We'll come back up to there. There. Megai? Or no? Sorry, Rachel. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, it's the same order anyways. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mix them around.
40.
I forgot what order I was going around earlier. 40. And then
40.
last
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As everything goes white, silent, you all begin to see visions of the hometowns you are all in, and those that are faithful and calling out for help and in fear as this destruction wipes past. And it's almost as if it's not even what both the camera of the game that goes around and sees everything, but also in this weird moment, wherever you are at as a character, you feel the same fear and sorrow and these different viewpoints all around Organia as Anir jumps for cover as this shockwave hits. You see him injured, but survives. Though in the distance you see much destruction of various ruins and buildings out past in the desert. You can see all of Zachary's family and those in Celestia running to brace each other. And luckily an arcane shield comes up and protects almost everybody on the island. But one of the islands chipping away partially from the cliffs that fall safely into the water. Meikai, you can see Hanasuka just get devastated again as the shockwave goes through. And there's much destruction. As, unfortunately, the cleric you can see is killed in this blast. The cleric that helped you all.
Mhm.
As many others who are not ready or were in safety were also killed as well. You see Duarston and those in Nuotare and Trigo safe themselves, but many of their lands are open to the plains and the waterside and are half destroyed like a hurricane or a tornado came through. Kahu, you can see Fusawaga, the top of that plateau, being absolutely devastated. Most of your family was down in your home. Did you see your brother and your mother? Not Ergon, but the Ergon's father killed in a shockwave. The plains.
Most of my family. Most of my family.
Your brother and your mother. The rest of your family seem safe in that hut that they were in your house. They were in. You all can see suddenly the plains just wrecked with a shockwave as the water overflows and much destruction in Oghem, as there's not many survivors there. Ravnica, you can see a lot of the cliffs fall and many the inner tunnels collapsing, potentially leaving those connected and disconnected from help. And again, Vanali get hit. There are some who have died there as well. And Ananias, the last one you see, Ryan, Connor hold each other as the shockwave goes over and Solastierm is destroyed, as well as much of Organia. Almost all that you recognize. And then you step out from this white, blinding light to a cliffside in this weird bubble. Looking over the Solastierm and its destruction. And you just see holding up like an arcane shield an old man, strained, white long hair, and and just tears falling from his eyes. As you step out into this timeless spot. And he just looks up. He was not hoping to meet you all this way. Chosens. I'm the one that they call the Ancient One. We'll go ahead and end on that note. Pick up next week. I think that will be time for everyone to think about all this, everything that's happened, what you see, the shockwave from whatever Varys just set off. As you step forward into this weird, timeless void that many of you recognize as the narrator part from the beginning of the game. This is now that same figure kind of standing there as well. Oh. We're now deep into the corruption arc. Only a few sessions left. See what you guys do with it coming next. So sorry to leave you guys on a bummer and a cliffhanger there sort of things, but woof. All right. We'll check in with you guys after this, but thank you guys so much for bearing with us through Fates United. Don't worry. I believe in our Chosens. I believe they can make the impossible possible. But we'll go ahead and wrap up there. Come back next week for the episode 84. And then maybe afterwards we'll see where we are with the fight after that one. Maybe 2 or 3 sessions away from that. But thank you guys so much. I love you all. Make sure to join in Market Gaming at a new time, 7 p.m. for a magical game of Mystical Mishaps where you, the viewer, get to redeem your points and change things with your channel points as well. As well as Monday, art stream with Market Gaming. And then Tuesday, we'll celebrate his new partner program on literary_DM on his YouTube channel there. That being said, let's go ahead and find someone to raid like we always do. Oof. Before I cry. That's a tough one. What the Adventures pack is doing. Yeah, we'll go raid the Adventures pack there. I can spell the name right. Adventures pack. Gonna work? Yeah, okay. So thank you guys again so much for rooting on your Chosens, being with us through the highs and the lows and everything that's happened. We'll go ahead and see what is the resolution of all of this next week. So definitely want to join us next Friday, 8:30 Central. And you can also check out these episodes on VOD as well. So I love you guys. Everything will be okay. I promise. We love each other. We're going to send a love and respect over to Adventures Pack, as you guys always show the love and respect for us. I love you guys.